asking these questions, right? So we need some transparency on this so that people understand what the problem really is, if there's an issue. Obviously, in some people's mind, it's an issue. So we're not gonna play this little game. Everybody know what this is. Y'all know what this is, y'all reporters. I'm pretty sure y'all know people too. So don't act like this the people standing behind me. You know, that we the only people. You know, we really need to look at this. We have Senator-elect Willie Preston here. We say a few words, and then we got the parents behind us. We're gonna pay attention to this, okay? This is what we're supposed to do. This ain't speaking truth to power. This is speaking truth. Truth is what we speaking today. This has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with what's right and what's wrong. And if there's something wrong, we need to, all of us, even y'all behind the camera, everybody needs to speak up. All right?
How y'all doing? Senator-elect Willie Preston. My name is spelled Willie. Preston is Preston. This test has to be paused right now because the process is flawed. We're in a city of millions of Chicagoans, and the fact is everyone should be taking this test. But the other fact of it is, historical facts, is that the hopes and dreams of African Americans inside this city of Chicago have been burned, and they tried to make the fire department. And we speak about equity, we speak about inclusion. Well, it is nowhere near close to equity and inclusion. When you look behind me and you see the young black Chicagoans that have done everything that we've asked for them to do, from only a small percentage, 22%, less than 25%, we are at least a third of the city in population, for only 22% to have an opportunity to just take the test, let alone become firemen, we know that the process is flawed. I believe that every level of government officials should raise their voices and ask for this process to stop and for us to figure out how we can get more than 15,000, and I didn't say 15,000 people to actually qualify to take this test. We want to see our numbers increase in the fire department because it is just, it is fair, it is the right thing to do for the city of Chicago, for all of Chicago. And so we're particularly here to ask that everyone takes this test. Chicago can do better. And I tell you that as I look around and I see all of these people that I know personally, some of their stories, they've worked very, very, very hard to have an opportunity to take a test. For them to be denied, I can't stand for that. We don't support that. Mayor Lightfoot, please, we know that you're a reasonable person. Stop this process right now, and let's make certain that we do this right. Everyone should have an opportunity to take the test.
Good afternoon. My name is Gloria Hanna, Gloria, Hanna, Hanna. I'm here on behalf of my oldest son who couldn't be here because he is at work. This is his second time attempting with the Chicago Fire Department. The first time his lottery number was too low, and that seems to be the problem this time, although he is a CPS graduate and he is a city resident. He has reached out to the city's HR, asking for them to confirm if his preferences were applied. His last response from them was on November 30th, where they said they would look into it, and he has not heard anything since then. So the question is, did they actually apply his preferences when he applied to take the test? Because as it stands now, he has been denied a seat to take the test for the Chicago Fire Department. And he did reach out to them again last week, and he has not received a response. But I'm not here just for my son. I'm here for each person who has applied to take the Chicago Fire Department exam, because I think it should be fair, it should be equitable, and everyone should be given a chance to take this exam. And I am very passionate about this because I am a retired first responder.
Hello, my name is Lauren, Lauen, Lauren Lashley, Lashley. I am a student of the Black Fire Brigade. I was denied a seat at the test. I am a high school graduate of the city of Chicago. I'm a citizen as well. I'm standing on behalf of my classmates, the other women in Chicago that I've known that us to at least get a chance. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nichols Richardson, Nicole Richardson, Richardson. I am also a Chicago Public School graduate. I graduated from King College. I've been waiting for the test to open for 3 years now. I have submitted everything that was needed. I submitted all documents prior to the application deadline, and I was denied. They told me that some things wasn't up there, but I uploaded my transcripts, I uploaded my college transcripts, high school transcripts. I uploaded everything, so I was a little confused about everything not being there, but they denied me, and I pretty much reached out. I reached out to my alderman, Stephanie Coleman. I reached out to other aldermen, Jeanette Taylor, just to get assistance with this because I know it's unfair. I know it's a glitch going on, but I've just been advocating for myself and for the Black community because we deserve to take a test. We deserve to be on the fire department. We've worked very hard in this for years. We've been trained as EMTs with the Black Fire Brigade. We have constantly been a voice in the community. We've constantly been arguing and been proclaiming for a change. So we deserve this.
Hi, my name is Daniel Davis, D-A-N-I-E-L, Davis, D-A-V-I-S. I am a Chicago resident. I applied for Chicago Fire Department, and I will not quit. I upload every documentation that needs to be uploaded, my driver's license, my resume, and my high school diploma. So the time is now. So I need to be able to take this test, and I won't quit. Thank you.
Are there any questions?
So this is just so for understanding. Do you guys prefer the old system where they allow everyone to test it once, but they don't have another test for another 10 years?
Well, I'll tell you this. We want everyone to take the test. That is what we want. What we prefer is Black Chicagoans get an opportunity to serve on the police department. Right now, they're not even given an opportunity. On the fire department. Less than 25% are able to take the test. And we know that of those 22%, 100% pass rate and getting hired is unlikely. So what we want is everyone should take the test. And let us be clear, while we're fighting as a Black elected official for the Black community, what I am advocating for is for everyone to get an opportunity, a fair opportunity. So that includes people that are non-Black. We want a fair opportunity. We believe that we can do better than 15,000 folks roughly being able to take the test to become a fireman in the city of Chicago.
So what's for a layperson, what's the hang up? What's the disconnect between is it outreach? Why aren't people able to take the test?
Well, there are a couple of factors. One is outreach. It is, and you just heard from some people that are directly impacted have went through this. Yes, there's a couple of different issues. One, outreach has been terrible. I can tell you I am very active all over the community, over the city of Chicago, and I've yet to see an event hosted to let folks know that it's time to take the firefighter's test. That's one. But two, in addition, when you cap who you're allowed to actually sit down and take the test, then you limit the opportunities. There are issues with uploading documents. The language is vague. It hasn't been declarative as to what all documents you need, and when you get done, if you work hard, like the young women and men who are standing here have for many, many months and years, to just get one opportunity to take the test, and they don't make it, we know the system is flawed.
Is there a city that if anyone is aware of?
But hold on, not only that, man, listen, look, because we ain't gonna do this all day. All right? We got technology. This ain't take the test once every 10 years. That's old. So no, we ain't going back to that. That don't even make sense. Like that question was flawed. We have technology, right? Bring the cameras close to me. We have technology. And if you don't know how to do it, we have models around this country. Go find best practices, right? We're the third largest city market in the United States. So again, we not get into what the real deal is. This is what happens though. Okay, this is what happens. We're talking about equity and inclusion. We're talking about transparency. Period. End of story. That can happen. That can happen right now. We spend a lot of money in this state, in this city, with firms. Go find a firm that can do this thing. We already know. You just heard all these young people, man, out here trying to feed their family, trying to do the right thing. You know, they say if you have to save a life, you won't take a life. This is what we talking about right now. We ain't got to do all this other stuff, man. We ain't got to start proving nothing. The proof is standing right behind you.
Right. So
We can march hundreds of more people that took this or was allowed to take the test, right? I mean, we don't need to do all that. We need to set a system up in the beginning. Come on, man, y'all know what this is about. And I wish the media would start looking at things instead of making it like a tabloidy thing, or is the state representative, the senator, or they in cahoots? No, man, we here to represent people. Everybody in this city know what the issue is. We ain't telling nobody nothing new. We know people that's been in here, and then I know a person in particular that was taking the test and ended up going to get a doctorate because of all of this. Come on, man, like let's be real right now. Let's just deal with the issue right now. Equity, inclusion, transparency. Go find a firm, go find whatever you need to do to make sure that we don't hide these people behind us. Young people. Look at this. These people work hard. This woman's a parent.
And to add to the point here, let's be
All right,
clear.
and in 10 years, she'll be 40.
And this
Come on, man.
to be clear, you have people who don't always agree, that agree that we need to pause this and allow everyone to take the test. I read this morning, Alderman Nichols, stop. The exact thing that we are calling for here on the south side, and he's an alderman from the very, very far north side. We want everyone to have an opportunity to take the test.
So what's the mechanism for pausing the process? How does that happen?
I think that's a question for the mayor.
So for clarity, do you want the upcoming test to be paused and then allow everyone who wants to take the test to be allowed to take the test? Is that what you're asking for?
The upcoming test needs to be paused until we set down and set up a system where everyone can take the test. Everyone should be able to take this test.
So speaking of best practices, do we know of a city in particular that has improved or that is kind of a benchmark? Has anybody had any?
Hey, listen, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of cities. Again, we're not going to do all that.
Evidence-based
I'm pretty sure it's some cities in Illinois. They probably got best practices of the fire departments. We will find that way right now. Instead of like Willie Preston just said, it's about transparency and equity and inclusion, right? Once everybody know what it is, then we can stop some of this. Because if we know exactly what the test is, and make it public. Don't make it public on a Friday at 5 o'clock either, on the news. Make it public. Go to you said CPS kids, students. Let's go to CPS, right? Here's the process. Now, we're not even doing that. Like, come on, people don't even know the process. And the ones that do, right? Some do, some that don't. But again, what we're asking for is not something that's unreasonable. If an injustice is here, and clearly you can see it, because you got people behind us talking about it. We just need to sit down and say, how can we make this better? Not in a vacuum. How can we make this better? Everybody sit down. Whoever that is, everybody sit down so that we don't have to worry about this. We keep talking about what's going on in Chicago. We keep talking about it, right? Well, when you do stuff like this, then what do these young people got? What do they have left? Every time they turn around, it's something else, man. If they can't get a job, they do what they was told to do. They went and trained. They uploaded all the documents. And then all of a sudden, we all sitting here in front of the news meeting because they did everything they were supposed to do, and now they don't even get a call back. We got actual military people that's trained to be firefighters that don't get a call back. Come on, man, like, do we got to do this like this? We should have to get to this point where we got to have a news conference on the south side so that we can make sure that these young people and anybody else that want to be a firefighter, at least they had the same opportunity. This is, man, I can't believe we still having these type of conversations.
Equal opportunity for all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.